The South Carolina offense?
The only challenge really is fast pace. Like they real fast, up tempo, and they throw a lot of different looks at you to try to catch you off guard. Really.
And then I guess I know everybody kind of looks at Georgia as a rival. It seems. I know South Carolina says you're their biggest SEC rival. How does Georgia view South Carolina? Are they any different than anybody else, than Tennessee or anyone else?
We treat every game like it's a rival game. I mean, you're gonna get our best every time we step out there on the field. So yeah, we look at them as a rival.
In terms of the defense, coming out of halftime in the third quarter, especially over these last few weeks, allowing I think it was less than 20 yards last week. So what type of adjustments are made at halftime, and what type of things lead to having those strong performances out of the half?
I mean, you got to correct your mistakes. So we find little mistakes that they catch us in or something that they could go back to. You see that on the sideline, you go into halftime, you fix it, come back out. Hopefully it worked for you.
So, I mean, is there kind of a different energy though coming out of half? Does something feel a little bit different?
No, I wouldn't say it's a different energy. I feel like you come out with knowing your game plan a little bit better, know your opponent, you win against before half, so you know where they're moving, like give you a feel for the game.
Walter, in Coach Smart's press conference earlier, he mentioned how they like to put film of other guys in front of you, especially guys in the NFL, when they make a good defensive play or something that they want to impress upon y'all. Are there any specific players or teams that you, especially at your position, like to watch in terms of improving your game?
Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say it's just a certain team. We watch different teams, different players. It depends on what the situation was, like what might have occurred during the play or something like that.
But can you think of maybe an instance where they showed you, like, I don't know, I mean, Justin mentioned Aaron Donald. Is there some particular player, like an instance you can remember where they showed you his film or like, yeah, this is kind of how we want
Jason
to play?
Taylor. Yeah, I watch Jason Taylor a lot. We watch his get off, like make everything look the same. Like, so I mean, I work on that a lot.
So following up on that, I mean, how does that kind of tie into how goal-oriented everything is? Because talking to Kirby, it feels like he has a certain goal for everything in terms of having explosive plays. He said quality control guys have like a huge book of things on how to prepare. Mm-hmm. So how does all of that kind of?
I mean, you got a goal that you want to accomplish in everything that you do. So I would say executing at a high level would be the main goal of, like, that's our only goal, execution at a high level every time.
Walter, what happens after you guys come back with a nice win, but like 11 penalties? Did you guys hear a lot about, which of those is maybe crossing the line and need to watch it?
I mean, you look at all the penalties and you just got to go to the doctor and you got to correct them, come back and fix your mistakes. Try it again.
What about as a pass rusher? Do you learn, like, did they show you the clip when David had the lay down on the quarterback?
Yeah. I mean, you just unacceptable. You can't do it.
So if you have a penalty that's unacceptable, like that, is it a situation where like, so you as a player, so you know it like right away and you're like, why did I do that? Or what kind of runs do you have when you have a penalty that's unacceptable?
I messed up. Okay. That's probably the first thing that comes through your head. Like, I just messed up. I cost my team, really. Because that's all we hear all the time. Like, it's not about you, it's about the team. So you're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting the whole team. Okay. So your brothers run through your head first.
How many times has that happened to you? I'm trying to remember.
To me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I try not to mess up. Yeah, I try not to go for that.
Rush defense hasn't allowed a rushing touchdown this year. What have you guys done the best on that front?
We work on it, practice it every day. Like run stop, team run, that's all we do.
How much is that, I guess, overemphasized as opposed to maybe going against the pass?
I mean, I feel like it plays out pretty equal. I mean, you never know what you're going to get from a team, so every play is just get off and read and react.
Walter, you guys just had a great atmosphere for the Notre Dame game, your last home game. This will be a new kickoff. What do you think is going to be? Do you guys need that energy from the crowd to kind of get moving that early?
Yeah, of course we need that energy from the crowd. I mean, the fans are what made the game what it is. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to need everybody to need the same energy.
What effect is when Stokes gets a hit like he got, or I guess Richard LeCount, he laid a pretty good hit on the tight end. What effect does that have on the defense?
Oh, that get everybody going. Like, all it takes is one player to make one big play, and that could spark life for the whole defense the rest of the night.
So have you seen Stokes or LeCount deliver hits like that? We don't see the scrimmages, but I guess you guys probably don't hit each other like that either, though.
Yeah, I seen them get off before. Yeah.
And what about Coach Lanning? Just Is he kind of even-handed all the way through it, or is he always on fire? Because the times we've talked to him, his voice is always all scratchy and everything. Is he one of the louder, more aggressive guys out there?
I wouldn't say louder, aggressive. He just Coach Lanning. That's who he is. Like he been like that ever since I knew him. So that's his personality.
Pretty intense.
Yeah, he's always into it.
And what does it mean to have Julian Rochester back on the field for you guys? I know Julian was coming off of that knee, and he finally got to play against Tennessee.
I mean, it's a good feeling to always see your brother get back up, do what he loved to do. He was never like down about it. He went through his time coming back up, and now he getting to show his work that he built up to.